Welcome to the NRL previews for round 17 of the Telstra Premiership. I'm Renee Gartner and I'm joined by Josh Mansour, and we are going to break down all this weekend's games. Now, we've got our work cut out for us, Josh. Several Origin stars named in the starting 17 and extended benches across the whole squad.
Tricky round.
Yeah, so first up, let's have a look at the Bulldogs facing off against the Sharks for the second time this year. Josh, the Bulldogs are coming off a loss after 3 consecutive wins. Seraldo mentioned that while their effort's been present, their execution hasn't been. They've been talking about having this amazing prep every week before every game, but as soon as it gets to game time, something sort of falls off. They sort of come into this game as well too with Crichton under a question mark. He's one of those Origin players. Will he back up? How are they going to rely on someone else during this game to take control?
I feel like they've had a lot of injuries and a lot of setbacks this year, and like you got to say to yourself, like, when's it going to break their back? I feel like with Crichton as well, if he doesn't play, it's a massive loss. I thought last week they beat themselves as well. I think what Cameron Seraldo said, he's on the money there in terms of his execution, particularly around their goal line, opposition goal line. They just can't really manufacture attacking sets. I feel as well, like with the Bulldogs, they're a team that just don't go away, and I feel like last week they would have definitely learned a lot about themselves, and they would have been disappointed as well because they don't often beat themselves. That's a shadow of them for themselves. They're a different team this year. They're a great defensive outfit, but again, they're definitely going to be tested against a Sharks team that, yeah, they are low in confidence, but they need to start priming as they head to the finals.
Let's head over to the Sharks now. They come off fresh from a bye. They, unlike many teams, they haven't had any players that have sort of spent time in this Origin camp as well too. They remain unchanged from 1 to 17, although they were beaten against the Dolphins back in round 15. Do you think they'll be better for the break, having that sort of best refresh? And again, fresh 17, unlike any other players.
Definitely. I feel like the biggest question marks is going to be around Nico Hines. Obviously New South Wales had a pretty convincing win during the week, and you got to think to yourself, like, how is Nico feeling at this present time? I thought they let him down against the Dolphins. I thought they were really disappointing. They didn't aim up for the challenge, and I feel like the bye would have been perfect for them to reassess, have a look at themselves, find out where they need to really improve their game and just come together as a team. I feel like they play like individuals against the Dolphins, and when things weren't going right for them, you could definitely see that. They weren't coming together, and they look a bit frustrated as well in certain periods of the game. So, yeah, I feel like this game is a big opportunity to see where they really are.
Their sluggish start's been a really big issue the last couple of games. How do you get yourself out of that habit?
Well, it's a telling sign as well. He's opted to have 4 props. Craig Fitzgibbon on the bench. So does he not really trust his forward rotation as well? Like, how are they conditioned? Where are they at? In my opinion, I feel like the Sharks need to start playing tougher football. I feel like after the Penrith game, it showed a very soft side to them, and they haven't really recovered since. So again, I think the time away has been perfect timing. But again, they got to come up and Bulldogs aren't going to beat themselves 2 weeks in a row. They're a very solid defensive outfit. They're the second best defensive team in the competition. But the Sharks do have a lot of attacking threats across the park.
I love how you're always like, this team. But
I have
to. Pick who you're going to sit with next one.
To be honest, I'm going to go with the Sharks.
Okay.
Again, I feel like they have the players to do something special this year. They were low in confidence the last month, but hopefully they can start turning it around. So let's go to Sharkies.
All right, he's sticking with that one. Thanks you very much, Josh. And there's the pin-up. If you do want to see this match live, head to nrl.com/tickets. If you can't get to the game, though, remember you can watch it on Channel 9, Foxtel, Sky New Zealand or KO. Kick-off is at 8 p.m.